Upcoming boxing British star Anthony Yarde and his team say they have more punching power and better skills than Andre Ward and more suited to beat Sergey Kovalev. Stay tuned, coming up next.
Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So we all know that Andre Ward, S.O.G. Ward, beat Sergey Kovalev. He was the first man to do so. He moved up from 168 to 175. He beat Sergey Kovalev twice. The first fight was controversy. Some people thought Sergey Kovalev won. Some people thought Andre Ward won. But the second fight was very clear who won because Andre Ward stopped Sergey Kovalev to the body. With that being said, Sergey Kovalev went on to become champion once again after Andre Ward retired shortly after that fight. Sergey Kovalev went on to win the title back, but Sergey Kovalev was then knocked out by Yarde Alvarez and lost his title. But of recent time, Sergey Kovalev came back, avenged that loss to Yarde Alvarez, outboxing Yarde Alvarez to a unanimous decision victory to earn his title back. With that said, Sergey Kovalev now is being mandated to face Anthony Yarde, upcoming British light heavyweight star, right? He's very young, very green, you know, but he's very upcoming. He has a lot of promise, you know, and with that said, you know, Sergey Kovalev by the WBO is being mandated to fight Anthony Yarde in the mandatory challenge, right? So they're giving Anthony Yarde the opportunity to fight for the WBO belt. With that said, Anthony Yarde and his team had a few interesting things to say. One of note is that they will not hire any sparring partners, that his manager and his team will be his sparring partners, right? And with that, you know, they also stated that they are better than Andre Ward. You heard it. They feel like Anthony Yarde is better than Andre Ward. They feel like Anthony Yarde has more punching power than Andre Ward, and they feel like Anthony Yarde has a better skill set than Andre Ward. Now, I agree with the latter. He may have more punching power than Andre Ward, but he definitely does not have more skill set than Andre Ward. Andre Ward is has one of the highest IQ in the sport of boxing has ever seen. So Andre Ward has a beautiful jab. Andre Ward is very technical. And Andre Ward does have power and speed. Does he have the most blazing hand speed? No. Does he have the most power? No. But he does have power, a la he stopped Sergey Kovalev, right? Anthony Yarde is 18-0 with 17 knockouts, right? So, you know, I'm pretty sure most people will lean towards Anthony Yarde when we're talking about punching power versus Andre Ward's punching power. I agree. But when you're talking about skill set, I disagree. Andre Ward is one of the best in the business. He's one of the best to ever do it. Andre Ward retired undefeated. He's going to be taking on Sergey Kovalev, who's 33-3, won with 28 knockouts. So Sergey Kovalev himself has a lot of punching power. You understand? But to say that he has better skill set and more punching power than Andre Ward is an absolute overstatement. I said it. It's an overstatement. I like Anthony Yarde. I like the possibility of him becoming a superstar in the sport of boxing. I like his skill set, but he's very green. He hasn't fought anybody worth note. Andre Ward won a Super 6 tournament. Andre Ward was the first person to beat Sergey Kovalev, not once, but twice. He stopped him once and he beat him by a decision on the other one. So he beat Sergey Kovalev in two different manners, right? Sergey Kovalev, when Andre Ward beat him, was looked at as the boogeyman, right? In all the boxing, might have been in all the boxing, definitely in the light heavyweight division, but he may have been looked at as the boogeyman in all of the sport of boxing. So with that said, Andre Ward went up a weight class and beat Sergey Kovalev because he was coming from 168. Anthony Yarde is 175 pounder. He's a natural light heavyweight. He's actually a cruiserweight in my eyes that's campaigning at light heavyweight. So with that said, you know, on the feat Andre Ward overcame and the hill he climbed to beat Sergey Kovalev was highly impressive. Not to mention, Andre Ward beat the likes of Carl Froch. He beat the likes of Mikhail Kessler. He beat the likes of Arthur Abraham. You understand? He beat the likes of a Chad Dawson in his prime, when he was bad Chad Dawson. You understand? These are the type of people Andre Ward faced in his career. Andre Ward has faced the likes of Sergey Kovalev in his prime. You know, you cannot compare Anthony Yarde and his skill set to Andre Ward until Anthony Yarde gets in the ring with somebody that's going to match his skill set, right? Somebody that's going to give him resistance. Somebody that's just not there to lay down. When as soon as his power touches him, you know, they're not going to give. It's totally different when you land and the fighters are not there to win. They're just there to survive, and they get hit with the power, and they don't want to get hit with the power anymore, so they succumb to it. It's a different story when you step up in competition. There's levels to this. So when you face a guy that's not willing to just fold and give in the first sign of power, the first sign of danger, that's when we could tell what kind of skill set you have, because now it comes down to your IQ. Now you have to dig deep. Now you have to go in the toolbox and show us what you have. Andre Ward has proven that he could do this over and over and over again, as he won the Super 6 tournament and he beat the likes of Chad Dawson as he moved up in weight to fight Chad Dawson, or Chad Dawson moved down in weight, whatever, however you look at it. But you had people like Bernard Hopkins who wasn't willing to get in the ring with Andre Ward, but was willing to get in the ring with Sergey Kovalev late in the twilight of his career, but vowed to never step through the ropes with Andre Ward, right? So that was a testimony to Andre Ward's skill set. That's a testimony to Andre Ward as a fighter. That's a testimony to Andre Ward's IQ, right? The likes of a Bernard Hopkins, who's a legend himself, refused to get in the ring. Bernard Hopkins got in the ring with Chad Dawson. He got in the ring with Sergey Kovalev. He refused to get in the ring with Andre Ward. Yes, Bernard Hopkins did get beat up by Sergey Kovalev, but that's not the point, and that was the twilight of Bernard Hopkins' career. But he refused to get in the ring with Andre Ward. That says a lot about Andre Ward. Bernard Hopkins faced the likes of Joe Calzaghe, or Roy Jones, or James Toney. You understand? So when you're saying, you know, that you're jumping out the window stating that Andre Ward doesn't have a better skill set than Anthony Yarde, is a slap in the face and a disrespect to Andre Ward and the career he's built. He's a gold medalist in the Olympics. You need skill set to do so. You understand? So these are the type of things that said that make you look and make people frown their face up at your fighter when you make these kind of statements, because you have to give it time. Let him build, right? He's stating that he's going to beat Sergey Kovalev without sparring partners. You know, you're understating Sergey Kovalev, and that could badly backfire. And this could be, we could see the beginning of the end of Anthony Yarde's career if he's not managed correctly. And I believe that they may be going about this all wrong. So I'm going to read something that his manager and trainer had to say, right? About him not hiring sparring partners. About him not. So here's what he said. Quote, Andre Ward can't punch like Anthony Yarde. Andre Ward does not have the skill set of Anthony Yarde. This is what his trainer, end quote. This is what his trainer and promoter had to say. Okay? Here goes about his training sessions. He says, quote, we already know this guy, meaning Sergey Kovalev, gasses out after 4 rounds. We already know he can't take body shots. This is what his trainer said, right? His manager. He goes, we already know he's been knocked out. We've been in with someone We've been in with someone who has a higher KO percentage than Kovalev. Maybe he hasn't been in there with somebody the level of Anthony Yarde. Knocking out Kovalev will be easy. When we do it, I don't want to hear anyone's excuses. Everything is about timing, and we're about to shock the world. On that night, it's going to be Anthony Yarde and Sergey Kovalev, and he's getting crushed. It is not going to go on points. We're knocking the boy Kovalev out. You understand? Just like all our fighters. All our fights is going to go the same way, right? So he's stating that they're going to knock Sergey Kovalev out. Now let's talk about, let's get to the part where he's discussing not needing a trainer. Okay? He says, I'm going to do all the sparring for Anthony Yarde. I'm going to prepare him for his upcoming fight with Sergey Kovalev. So his manager is planning on doing all the training for him. I'm the best sparring partner. This is what he said. There's no such thing as a bad student, only bad teachers. If Anthony Yarde can deflect my shots, then there's nobody that can touch him. So why would I bring in a sparring partner? We've got this far without sparring with no guys. So why all of a sudden am I going to start changing our preparation? We've never had no sparring partners. I ain't changing our preparation and what he's been doing to get us to this point. I ain't bringing in sparring partners. This is what he's saying. And the Sunday after the fight, we're going to show you again that we were right. There's no wishing. We're knocking that boy Kovalev out, end quote. So he said that they're not even bringing in sparring partners. Why change it? Why fix something that's not broken? They got this far with the routine they use, and they're not going to switch it up. I think that's a grave mistake, underestimating Sergey Kovalev. I think they're underestimated Andre Ward's skill set, and I think this could possibly be the beginning to the end of Anthony Yarde's career if they don't smarten up. I don't know how much I believe the fact that they're not going to bring in sparring partners, but he seems pretty confident that he could do all the sparring himself. If that's the case, then he should be a superstar mega boxer himself, since he's saying if Anthony Yarde can't put hands on him, then nobody will be able to put hands on him. So if he's that great himself, why isn't he a superstar? Why isn't he a Hall of Fame boxer? I don't know. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Let's see how this fight plays out. It's probably going to go to a purse bid or so on and so forth. I don't really know how this is going to play out. But hopefully there'll be an announcement soon and we get Sergey Kovalev versus Anthony Yarde, and I can't wait to see how this fight plays out. But as far as him having a better skill set and being better than Andre Ward, I totally disagree. I couldn't disagree anymore. That's all I got for y'all, man. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Anthony Yarde trainers and Anthony Yarde and his team say they have a better skill set than Andre Ward, and they don't even need sparring partners for Sergey Kovalev fight. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Blue Blood Sport TV, baby, from the Empress. Much love.